BTS Jimin is shocked. BTS Jin opens up about why Jungkook was bullied. The entertainment world was once again rocked by the shocking news of one of BTS members, Jungkook, who was allegedly bullied during his military service. This news certainly made armies around the world restless and questioned the real situation. However, amidst the wave of concern, Jin, the oldest member of BTS, gave a shocking statement that left the public stunned. Jungkook bullied? Shocking news starting from an anonymous report on a South Korean online forum. Rumors emerged that Jungkook, who had just started his mandatory military service, was under pressure from his unit mates. The report said Jungkook was often the target of unpleasant comments and mental pressure due to his status as a global idol. This sparked great concern from fans and raised questions about the supposedly neutral military environment. South Korea's Ministry of Defense even chimed in, stating it was investigating the case and promising fair treatment for all soldiers. However, in the midst of this frenzy, Jin, who is also serving in the military, gave a very emotional response about the condition of his little brother in BTS. Jin opens up, "I'm angry and disappointed." In an exclusive interview on the sidelines of his solo concert preparations, Jin expressed his concern over Jungkook's situation. In a serious tone, Jin stated, "As an older brother, it's hard to accept the fact that someone I consider family has to face something like this. But the most important thing now is to make sure Jungkook is okay. I'm sure he'll come back stronger." Jin also shared his own experiences in the military, explaining that the adaptation period in a military environment is very difficult, especially for public figures like them. Social pressure, high expectations, and jealousy from fellow soldiers are often a big challenge. We were always viewed with different expectations. Even when trying to fit in, our status as BTS couldn't be ignored. But Jungkook is a strong man. I know he will get through this, he added. Why was Jungkook bullied? Jin reveals the reason when asked about the cause of the bullying. Jin gave a very honest answer. According to him, Jungkook's status as a global idol and one of the biggest group members in the world could be the main reason. Not everyone can understand the burden we carry. Popularity can be a double-edged sword, especially in an environment like the military. Jungkook faces great pressure because everyone views him as BTS Jungkook, not as an individual adapting to military life. Jin explained. He also adds that some people may feel jealous or uncomfortable with the extra attention Jungkook receives, both from the media and the military. On one hand, we try to blend in, but on the other hand, there are different views of us. That could be the reason for the negative comments. Jin says in a serious tone. Jimin chimes in. We always support Jungkook. On the other hand, Jimin, who is on hiatus from group activities, also gave his support to Jungkook through a live broadcast on the Weverse platform. In the broadcast, Jimin said, Jungkook is family. We are always there for each other, no matter what. ARMY is also part of our family, and we know you all support Jungkook wholeheartedly. Jimin's statement gave some peace of mind to fans who continue to worry about Jungkook's condition. He also asked ARMY to keep thinking positively and provide moral support to Jungkook. Wave of support for Jungkook. The news about Jungkook instantly sparked a wave of support from armies around the world. Hashtags such as #WeLoveYouJungkook and #ProtectJungkook trended on various social media platforms. Not only that, fans also raised funds to support mental health programs for South Korean soldiers, in solidarity with Jungkook and other victims of bullying. In addition, Agency HYB also gave an official statement confirming that Jungkook has the full support of both the military and the agency. We ask fans not to worry too much and continue to give positive support to Jungkook. He is currently focusing on mental and physical recovery, said the HYB representative. What's next for BTS? In the midst of this situation, Jin continues to show his professionalism by preparing for his solo concert scheduled to take place in the next few months. The concert is said to be a tribute to the members of BTS who are currently serving in the military. Despite his busy schedule, Jin ensures that his thoughts are with Jungkook. Family comes first. Concerts are important, but Jungkook's health is more important. We boys grew up together, and we will continue to support each other no matter what. Jin said with confidence. Reflection. Celebrity challenges in the military. This case opens up a broader discussion on the challenges that celebrities, especially K-pop idols, face while serving in the military. Their status as public figures often puts them in a dilemma between trying to blend in with fellow soldiers and facing the pressure of their popularity. South Korea's Ministry of Defense has affirmed its commitment to creating a fair military environment for all soldiers, regardless of their background. However, many have urged for more specific policies to protect public figures while serving in the military. With the support of Army, his peers, and the agency, it is hoped that Jungkook will get through this difficult time and come back stronger. As BTS always says, you never walk alone. Is this fact or sensation? Unraveling the Jungkook BTS bullying case controversy. The news of bullying against Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, has shocked fans around the world. Reports suggest that the global K-pop idol was subjected to unpleasant comments and mental stress during his military service. However, amidst the concerns, questions arise. Is this a fact that we should accept? Or is it just a fabrication to attract media attention? Why has this case surfaced? The rumor started with an anonymous report on a South Korean online forum. An individual claiming to be a former unit mate of Jungkook's shared a story of mistreatment of the idol. The report quickly went viral, sparking global discussion and concern. BTS fans, commonly known as ARMY, immediately responded with hashtags like #ProtectJungkook, showing their solidarity. However, in a scenario like this, it's important to ask, to what extent can this report be trusted? The internet is often a fertile ground for speculation and rumors. When a rumor surfaces without concrete evidence, how can we distinguish between fact and hype? Jin's questionable support. Jin, BTS' oldest member, who has also served most of his mandatory military service, has finally spoken out. In an exclusive interview, Jin showed his full support for Jungkook and expressed his anger at the situation. His statement was full of emotion, hinting at their closeness as a family in BTS. However, Jin's statement also raises new questions. Was this support a spontaneous reaction from a caring older brother, or part of a strategy to quell the controversy? Some suspect that Jin's response and agency HYB's statement asking fans to stay positive were simply moves to manage BTS' public image. Between facts and hoaxes, if we take a closer look, this issue reflects a dilemma that South Korean celebrities often face. Their immense popularity often makes them the center of attention, even in supposedly neutral environments like the military. But does this report really reflect reality? There are several factors worth considering. Lack of concrete evidence. To date, there is no physical evidence or direct testimony to support these claims of bullying. All reports come from anonymous sources, which are difficult to verify. HYB's quick response. HYB's official statement states that Jungkook is fully supported and on the mend. This response is reassuring, but it also raises suspicions. Is this a way to divert attention from the real issue? Media sensation. News about BTS has always been an attention magnet, both in South Korea and globally. Is it possible that this case was exaggerated to create a wave of discussion on social media? Army's role. Strength or double-edged knife? Undeniably, Army has a huge influence in protecting and supporting BTS. However, the emotional response they show can also be a double-edged blade. The support campaign is important, but does it also fuel wilder speculations? As a reader, what are your thoughts? Do you believe that this bullying really happened, or is it just a hoax created for sensational purposes? Questioning reality in an entertainment world full of intrigue and competition, news like this is often difficult to distinguish between reality and fiction. As fans, we may be inclined to believe anything involving our idols. However, it's important to remain critical and not get caught up in the narrative presented by the media. How do you see this case? Does this reflect the real challenges Jungkook faces during his military service? Or is this just one of the many media strategies to create drama and attract attention? Let's think about it together. Your comments and opinions are important to dig deeper into the truth of this issue. As a global community, armies have a big role to play in staying critical and supporting their idols wisely. Do you agree?